Hey there, everybody. Welcome to our Power Book for 4 Season 1, Episode 5 preview. This episode is titled Take Me Home. It is airing on Starz this weekend, and time really flies when you're watching Tommy Egan kill people because we're almost to the halfway point of this season already.
Yeah, it's come up real fast. I mean, there was a little slow start to the season, but it's picked up its pace pretty quickly, and it's a really enjoyable season.
And we're kind of left entering this episode with a lot of interesting questions, including, are they going to take Liliana out of Chicago and break all of our collective hearts?
Also, Gloria gonna get dead? Probably. It's not looking great.
We get to talk about how much we hate Walter Flynn again. That's one of our favorite subjects.
Yeah.
All right, well, go ahead and hit that subscribe button because, every weekend we are here breaking down the latest from Power Book 4 Force. We're going to have previews, other fun content throughout the week alongside coverage of Snowfall, This Is Us, The Blacklist. Now that the Olympics are in the rear view mirror, it is like all systems go over here.
And thank you very much to everybody who did go over to our Instagram, Matt and Jess TV, and gave me a little birthday gift. It was my birthday yesterday, and I had asked for anyone that wanted to go over and follow us on Instagram. And so many people came out for me and did that. So I just wanted to say thank you to everybody who did.
Okay, I'm sad. I'm happy about the Instagram, but I'm sad about this idea that they're gonna try to make Liliana leave Chicago because the danger is too high after the Tatiana craziness of this past episode.
Yeah, I feel like she's not gonna leave. I really just feel like it's not gonna go that way. She has been through so much already that I just don't think anything is really gonna put her in a position where she's actually gonna leave.
One of the lines,
she's just so tough.
It's like she even sort of reiterated that in the promo too, where she was just sort of like, this is my life. This is the world that she is a part of. The only sort of, okay, this is a very crazy theory, but what if the writers for Force were like, okay, Liliana, very big Easter egg character from the original series. We don't know how much people are going to like her. We'll just bring her in for a few episodes, then ship her off. But then if they don't kill her, these people have to know how to use the internet, right? They have seen how popular she is. So even if they pluck her away from us, unless they kill her and we're going to get zombie Liliana moving forward, they're going to bring this character back.
I just feel with everything that's already gone on with her, to bring her in only for a couple episodes to then just kill her off. They just did that with Tatiana, who was there for a minute Easter egg and then killed off. It's just kind of okay, we've already seen that and we've seen it this season. There's just, I'm sure that they saw the chemistry that's going on with her and Tommy. And I don't only mean in a romantic kind of way because it's there, but I mean, there's just such a fun back and forth. I think they knew that she was going to end up being really popular. I think Liliana just knows what the risks are of what she's done and where she is, and she's fine with them. She knows herself and she's here, and it's going to be the way it is. I don't think she's leaving. I think they're just misdirecting us.
I hope that is the case. I also hope that we're not going too far down the Serbian mob rabbit hole here, because it's just okay, we've already had this on the original Power. We already have so many other interesting, compelling adversaries. And I know that they could come up with some more compelling ones in this world too. Don't get me wrong. It's just I don't need 400 different villains that they're taking on every single week. It's okay, we had Tatiana. That's enough. We already had Milan and Jason and all that back on the original show. We can move forward. That is okay.
Yeah, I don't want to see this show become too much of the original, where they're just bringing in so many people from the past and kind of bringing back old storylines to refresh them, put a new coat of paint on them. They have a lot of really good new characters, new dynamics of things that are going on that I'm way more interested in than kind of dredging up the past.
Okay, let's talk about a new character here. Unfortunately, this is not one of the new characters we actually like, but Walter Flynn
Oh,
is
get out
just
of here,
he
Walter.
he is reminding us how much he sucks in this promo.
Okay, so we saw Walter threatening Gloria,
Yeah,
basically being like, "You are never going to be the person that my son is with." And to that, I gotta say, too little too late, man. Like, your son is so in love and so deeply in love, and they are in love to the point that they're mapping out their dream home on a
yeah,
napkin. I mean, if he really wanted this to not be a thing, I don't understand why the Walter character wouldn't have like found a way to nip this in the bud right away. He's, doesn't like Gloria, doesn't like that, there's this interracial relationship. He's just bigoted and
yeah.
horrible and he's not having it. Well, then if Walter is so powerful, why did he allow this to get as far as it was going to get? What did he think? That Vic was going to fall less in love with her as time went on? I mean, he knew what was going on. And I think that this is actually a really just important story for life
Yeah.
because. I mean, they don't show this a lot on TV, interracial relationships, but for those of you who don't know, I'm mixed. My background is my mom is Guyanese, my dad is white Canadian. It's not an easy relationship for people to be in general. Then put on top of it that one of these parties' father is Walter, who's got, some pretty bigoted, bad background on
Yeah.
stuff like this. I just think it's kind of strange that Walter is coming at this so late. Like, it's way past time. Now you're dying. You're just I haven't seen anything that means to me that Walter is any kind of threat whatsoever. At this point, if I was Gloria, I would just be kind of laughing in his face. He's
Eh.
done nothing.
There's so many different ways to come at this. There's like the part of it where Vic knows that his father is bigoted, and I think with that in mind, he's probably just like, okay, why am I even going to care what you think about this? And then
Yes.
then there's just like the psychological component of it where I know Vic is a grown man, but I think the way that he has been brought up, the way that he has been treated, I think there is a little bit of like a teenager still in him where he probably hears stuff like this. He probably like does like this and is probably like, you don't tell me what to do, Dad. And then he's probably also like doing the whole Office quote of, I'm just going to date her even harder then, because he just probably wants to be like, okay, screw this guy. We already know that he wants to get out of Walter Flynn's shadow and he wants to be treated like this big, strong, successful man making a drug empire. I think that's going to carry over to every single part of his life. And I want to watch this defiance go down.
Yeah, that conversation that Vic had with his dad in the last episode where he was kind of like, okay, I'm not a man if I'm with Gloria, but if I stay with you, I'm always a boy. I think that there is some of that he is still a bit stunted because he just cannot get away from what Walter wants and pushing on him. But like Vic has shown recently that he is more defiant. He is becoming his own man. He is making decisions without Walter's okay. And that is including with his woman. I mean, we saw that conversation too with Vic and Tommy where he came across very much like, I am confident in my relationship with Gloria. I am confident in what I have with her. So, yeah, maybe we're on a break right now. Maybe you're going to be with her right now, but I'm going to be the man that's standing at the end. And with that conversation, we saw a bit of respect from Tommy, where Tommy decided he's going to end things with Gloria for right now. And in this promo,
Yeah.
we saw Vic and Gloria kissing. So it is starting that Vic is really pushing forward with, I want this relationship. It's number one to me. We're going to find a way to make this work, which is probably why Walter's last death rattle here is like, he's going to what? Threaten Gloria? Get
Yeah.
on with yourself.
Like, yeah, you got this like stupid moment from Walter. Then there's like some other glimpse in there. It looks like he's just like slapping Vic at some point during
Yeah.
it. It's like, okay, you know what? I'm pretty sure Vic at this point, he knows you're not gonna like what he's doing. I'm sure he'll probably be like, ow, that hurt. And then 2 seconds later, he will move on with his freaking life because you don't matter, Walter.
Well, that's the thing, okay? Walter, again, hasn't come across as actually very tough. He's just all words,
Yeah,
no action. He is dying of cancer, so he's sick. He's not in a good way. He's also years older than Vic, who is young, strapping, strong. You're gonna hit Vic? You gotta hope that the only thing that is holding him back from putting you in the ground is that you are his father,
yeah,
because otherwise it just doesn't matter. He is the person who is in succession to be next
yeah.
to take over everything, and he's younger than you and stronger than you. Hitting him is wild at this age.
I love how you said the word succession in there because you wish you could be Logan Roy, Walter. I will never let off this comparison, but
I
he is
know.
like sucky Logan Roy, where he
Yeah.
doesn't have any of it. But the other thing in this promo that really just stands out to me is Claudia. She's really trying to move forward with this new drug that's going to be so much more successful and powerful. And it feels like she's going to be kind of sort of a part of Team Tommy, which in my head right now, Team Tommy is like kind of Vic, maybe Claudia, Diamond's a little bit in there, LILIANA'S obviously in there. It's like all these loose parts that aren't really fully together.
Yeah, and I love that because they set up very early in this season where Tommy came to Chicago and saw that there was all these divides, and he was kind of like, I'm not from here. I'm from a place where everybody works together. Everybody can sit at the table, get a piece of pie, and it works out for everybody. So what you guys have going on in Chicago, that doesn't compute with me. It just doesn't work, sort of thing. And we already saw Vic and Diamond and Tommy come together where they were kind of like, okay, we're going to be the trio, but we need to bring in a fourth. Let's bring in the Yardies. And I was kind of wondering why they didn't just bring in Claudia, because Vic knows that Claudia really wants to be a part of this. She's smart enough, she's capable enough, and Vic doesn't want to be a part of this at the end. So if he can just get Claudia in on here, then when all is said and done, Vic can just go off with Gloria and have his life.
That would be a-okay with him. And I think we're gonna see sort of the book 4 Avengers come together over these next couple of episodes because, and I'm sure somebody will betray each other a little bit by the end of all of it.
For
But
sure.
in order for Tommy to really be a threat to people, I think like Walter, he needs to actually have an organization. He can't just like come to him and be like, I'm a threat, and then Walter's gonna take him seriously at the end.
The biggest thing that I see unfolding out of this, it's like, yeah, Tommy's got somebody from every organization all together, but I want to see what the backlash is going to be on the organization side. I mean, Diamond, what's going to be going on with him? I mean, Jannard is not going to be standing for that.
No.
Jannard still has people who are standing with him. And, here's Diamond kind of going rogue. And, it's the same with Vic. Walter has this organization. Vic is going rogue. So what happens on the other side of it? Same with Claudia. Like, it'll be interesting to watch what happens to the actual organizations themselves.
Well, we are going to be here this weekend to talk all about episode 5. Hopefully some new interesting developments will come with all of this, but of course hit that subscribe button because we don't want you guys to miss any of that. Thank you so much for watching, and we will see you next time.